The red wine dripped down his crisp white shirt like blood, her horrified gasp lost in the crowded restaurant. Little did Sophia know, the man she just humiliated would be sitting across from her tomorrow, holding her entire future in his hands. "I'm so sorry," she stammered, napkin extended toward the handsome stranger whose expensive suit was now ruined. His eyes, a piercing blue that seemed to look straight through her, narrowed slightly before his lips curved into an unexpected smile. "No harm done," he said, waving away her apology before disappearing into the night, leaving Sophia with a strange feeling that their paths would cross again. 24 hours later, Sophia Martinez sat in the gleaming conference room of Vertex Innovations, her hands trembling slightly as she prepared to present the deal she'd worked on for 3 years. At 32, she was the youngest VP in her company's history, and this $800 million acquisition could cement her legacy, or destroy it completely. The boardroom doors swung open, and Sophia's heart stopped. Walking in with confident strides was the same man from last night, now impeccably dressed in a navy suit that probably cost more than her car. But it wasn't possible. This couldn't be. "Allow me to introduce Alexander Reid," said her boss, the founder and CEO of Vertex. The room spun as their eyes locked. He recognized her immediately, a flicker of amusement crossing his face as he took his seat at the head of the table. "Let's see what you've got for us, Ms. Martinez," he said coolly. Throughout her presentation, Alexander remained unreadable, his expression giving nothing away. Was he going to tank the deal as revenge? Every time she glanced his way, his intense gaze made her stumble over her words. "Impressive," he finally said when she finished. "But I have concerns about your distribution strategy in Asian markets." The other executives nodded in agreement, and Sophia felt her dreams slipping away. 3 years of work, countless sleepless nights, all circling the drain because she'd spilled Cabernet on the wrong person. "Perhaps we could discuss it over dinner?" Alexander suggested, surprising everyone in the room. "I have some ideas that might strengthen the proposal." That evening, sitting across from him at an exclusive rooftop restaurant, Sophia couldn't help but ask, "Why are you helping me after what happened?" Alexander leaned forward, his voice low. "Because I recognize talent when I see it. And because I know what it's like to fight your way up from nothing." As weeks passed, they worked closely together, refining the deal. Alexander wasn't what she expected. Beneath his wealth and power was a man who'd grown up in foster care, who'd built his empire from scratch. A man who understood her own struggles as the daughter of immigrants who'd sacrificed everything for her education. "My parents cleaned office buildings at night so I could go to college," she confessed one late evening as they pored over contracts. "This deal isn't just business for me. It's their vindication." Something shifted between them that night, a connection deeper than business, more complex than attraction. But just as the deal was about to close, disaster struck. Information leaked to a competitor, threatening to derail everything. Accusations flew, and suspicious eyes turned to Sophia. "Did you know about this?" Alexander demanded, his earlier warmth replaced by cold fury as he slammed a newspaper on her desk, headlines screaming about corporate espionage. "How could you even ask me that?" she fired back, hurt burning in her chest. "I've put everything into this deal." The trust they'd built crumbled overnight. Security escorted her from the building, her career in tatters. For days, she couldn't eat or sleep, replaying every conversation, wondering how it had all gone so wrong. Then came the text, "Meet me. Same place we first met. 8 p.m. Alexander was waiting at the restaurant bar, looking as exhausted as she felt. "I found the leak," he said without preamble. "It wasn't you. I'm sorry I doubted you." Relief flooded through her, followed quickly by anger. "You didn't just doubt me. You humiliated me." "I know," he admitted, running a hand through his hair. "I've spent my life building walls, trusting no one. Then you came along and somehow got past all my defenses. It scared me." Their eyes met across the table, the air between them charged with unspoken feelings. "The deal's still on the table," he said quietly. "But that's not why I asked you here." In that moment, Sophia realized something profound: success meant nothing without someone to share it with. And sometimes, the greatest risks in life had nothing to do with business. 3 months later, as they signed the final papers on the now $900 million deal, Alexander reached for her hand under the table, his thumb brushing over the engagement ring he'd given her the week before. "Not bad for a girl who once poured wine all over me," he whispered, making her laugh through happy tears. Life rarely gives us perfect stories. Sometimes it gives us messy beginnings, complicated middles, and unexpected endings. But if you're brave enough to keep turning the pages, you might just find that the best chapters are still waiting to be written. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more emotional journeys that remind us all that our greatest setbacks often lead to our greatest comebacks. We'd love to know, what country are you watching from today?